What's up? What's up? Let's see if I can get this shared. Okay, what's up, Xavier? What's up, homeboy RC? My hair looks great. It's early in the morning. It's cold out here. I'm trying to get finished getting ready for SIC, but I've had a lot of distractions. I got a bunch of new parts. Got a bunch of new HB parts. So I'm currently playing with my two-wheel drive buggy, replacing the burnt parts. I replaced the little tower waterfall there. I'm doing the side guards now. I got new got a new LCG battery from Performa and new SRT servo. I'll put that in later. Also been distracted by my trail truck. I printed some stuff last night. I'll get that here in just a second and show you. I know Xavier's excited to see it. Yeah, those batteries are pretty neat. First time I bought the Performa ones, I've been using the Ultimate and they were out of stock. So Performa is an HB brand, so I figured that's best to stick with one of my sponsors. So I've been messing around with the 3D printer, trying to get it dialed in. I changed to the new filament and didn't like the settings, so I had to try to get it dialed in last night. So when I went to bed, I put another part on the print, let it print all night. Pretty happy with the way it turned out. Let me get this screw in and I'll show you. So I've been excited to get, since I had the fire with this thing, I've been excited to get these parts in so it don't look like it's been on fire. That's the first one. I got to get my nitro buggy ready today because I'm racing next week and I want to play with my other stuff. So let's see. Homeboy RC finally got a Yokomo running. Just need some carpet tires and renew the race license. Then we can go 10th scale racing. Yeah, I'm ready myself. Should be everything I need now. I got to put my new servo in, move electronics forward a little bit because it's almost half the size servo. I may even notch those side rails out so I can move the battery forward a little bit. We'll see how it handles, Let's see. Yeah, so here's you can't really tell probably in this. I'm not using the GoPro. I'm using just the laptop, so it's not that great a quality, but this is still burnt up looking from when I had my fire. So, Xavier, did you make sure to make practice print before printing stuff? No, I just went to printing. My first thing I printed a whistle that came on the software, and I printed some cow balls that are made for RC, but they're a little big to put on the crawler, so I hung them from my Civic. And those turned out okay, but I ran out of filament there. So when I changed my filament, I went ahead and printed a rear bumper and went to bed and didn't have any supports under it, and the temperature was too hot. So I did a little trimming. It looks okay. Let's see. So I don't know if you've seen the graphics I put on there. I hand cut these graphics with the old school Toyota logo, and there's the rear bumper. know if the light's not very good. Maybe I can shine a flashlight on it temporarily. So you can see there's some imperfections down the bottom of the bumper. The bumper piece is what I painted first with the wrong settings. Once I dialed it in, I printed this gas can holder. It turned out pretty good. That light's not good, so. The gas can holder. God, light's terrible. The gas can holder turned out really good. There's a little bit of stringing. It's not perfect. I might have bought some bad filament, but today, some point, I'm going to print some red gas cans, so. Well, there's Devon. What's up? Added early this morning. No, it's not early. This is late for me. I got up at 4. Started messing around with the printer. I got to get this nitro buggy. I got so many new toys. I've had a lot of distractions. Can you see under the cover in the crawler or the trail truck? Sure. I got a lot to do. I'm gonna have to put this on the back burner for now. I'm gonna be printing some more parts because it takes so long to print something. I still got to trim the back out of it a little bit to fit just right, but not really concerned with it right now. Here's the inside, the top side of it. The light is terrible in here. I've just got a 3S battery strapped to it now. I'm probably gonna do 2S. I think the 3S is a little much. And I put the factory optional bumper on there with the LEDs, but I hadn't tied those wires down or anything. Just wanted to get it out the other night. It was dark. Dawn hadn't had coffee yet. I had a lot of coffee already. At some point today, I'm gonna get that thing out with some daylight. Since I've got it, I haven't had any daylight, and hadn't been able to even fool with it. I tried looking at it, did it at night. You can't see anything, so it wasn't all that fun. But I've been messing with it a little bit here and there. Homeboy RC, been away from 10th for so long. I'm a bit lost. Tires are totally different now, and whatever happened to a one-car setup for where you're racing different cars for different surfaces now. Yeah, I don't plan on having different cars. I got more things coming for this today. I got a box full of spares and replacing the burnt parts. Did I mention that already? Wait a minute. There's a screw missing. We'll already take that out. Something's funny here. I must have already taken that screw out. I got so many parts, 8 scale around, I probably don't need to be mixing these up. What's in the box? What's up? I'll get this other mud guard, and I'm going to get this out of the way and get back on my 8 scale. I'm going to run open nitro buggy. I tried 40 plus last couple of times. I don't like it because they let the old guys run early in the morning. So you go and run, it's over. I like to have a little time. And the thing about it is it's so cold. It's hard to get a nitro car to run right when it's that cold. Xavier, I'm going to 2 hobby shops in Maryland today, hopefully. Cool. Hobby shops. We got one hobby shop around here, and they never seem to have anything I want. They can always order it. I'll go there once in a blue moon when I got to have something small that they should always have. Half time they don't have it, so most time I don't bother. I know it's hard to sock everything. I get it. I want to have this thing ready for some carpet racing. I got got a ball diff coming. Should be here today. I think I've fixed my gear diff issue, this thing, and I've got some more gear diff parts to test. So I'm kind of excited about that. What in the Sam Hill? I've got some oddball screws somehow. I think I put the wrong one in here. Devon says, you going on track for the state race? I'm planning on going to the Sean Harding race. You must be talking about a different one. So I'm gonna have to have a little break before or after SIC, you know. What do you mean what happened? Oh, you're telling Xavier. They should change the design of the battery so you don't plug it in the wrong spot on the SCX24. Yeah. This one's got Dean's connectors on it, so I'm okay with that. I'm just gonna leave it that way. I wouldn't use them on a race car, but it's good for that thing. Devon, same one. He isn't calling them snap hard. Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. So yeah, that's the plan. I hope it all goes well. We'll wait and see. That's what I've been prepping it for. I gotta get my diff situation. Do you run a gear diff there? I guess that's what I'm planning on. I got the gear diff. I had to do a little modification to it and shim it, and I got some new shims and some new covers to try what people are using. Thought about using the AE, but then I said I need to make this one work so it's not bad. Plugged in the battery into the motor spot. Oh, gear diff 2 gears, 8K around. Okay, I gotta mess with it some. Worst case, I can fall back on the ball diff I got coming. I don't know if you saw they had a machining issue with this front ball stud mount. One of them's offset like 2 millimeters the wrong way, so they're sending everybody new ones. Mine should be here tomorrow or next day or Monday. I've got my screws all screwed up. I had to change a bunch of screws when I had the fire. I changed a bunch of screws because they were rusted out of mine and I got the exact right length. SC24 is fun, but needs a battery servo and stuff to make it real fun. Steering out of the box is a nightmare, especially compared to the new TRX Mini. I don't know a whole lot of that trail truck talk yet. I just like mine. I just want it to look cool and realistic. I kind of dig the scale stuff, so something to play around with. I got a lot of spot to run it out here at the house, so. Also got the 24th scale Enduro. It kind of If I'm honest, it kind of sucks. It's more like a toy. It's like a kid's something for a kid to play with that's never been in the RC or something. Mess around with it in the house or something. I may get it out today and see what it do. But I should have bought these carbon pieces too. They're fine. They're just kind of ugly from the fire. I got to get to the point where I can start drawing some stuff to print. I want to make some things in mind to make. I noticed that 24 scale I got is even this one. If you got anything with high grip, I guess the differentials are locked all the time. Has trouble turning. If you don't like it, I guess if you're out in the dirt, it don't matter. Yeah, another thing. Another thing I'm doing today before I run it again is I'm taking that receiver and crappy radio off of it, putting it on my Sanwa. Simply because when you hit reverse, it's like a light switch. It takes off. Like if you in the house, if you roll forward and hit the brake or the reverse, it'll stand it on the front bumper. Do a backwards wheelie. It's crazy. So I got that in there. Put my battery in there. I got the new low center of gravity battery from Performa. Its width or length is shorter too. I'm gonna have to put some foam in it or something to keep it from sliding back and forth, I guess. I'm not too fond of these O-rings to hold the battery down. Seems to work okay, but I'd rather have some little screw-on pieces. I'll probably print something. Got an idea how to do it. I've seen some people do. So we had the low center of gravity. They cross those O-rings. I don't know if you can see that. Hold them down tighter. So I'm going to probably notch it out. Once I get the servo in there, Devon, I don't know if you're still in there or saw it, but I got the new low profile servo from SRT. Pretty sick. You can see it's a good 3/8 of an inch shorter than the other one, so I'll be able to move my electronics forward. Well, I don't know how much slack I got in the wires. I hate to redo this wiring job. Shorten the wires and everything. Something for later. I got to get this nitro buggy done. Oh, let's see here. Reese Works specs of small RC. The Chihuahua Servo Reese CC XRC is awesome. I don't know about any of this stuff. Keep the springs on. Thanks. What's in the box? Do you have no springs? You take them out. I know my 24 scale doesn't have any oil filled shocks. The thing bounces real bad. I guess that's okay for that. And from what I've been told, this the Duro, the trail truck, hadn't have hardly any oil in the shocks, so I'm gonna have to rebuild those too. John, it's pretty sweet looking, but where's the 8 scale? Ain't you right thing till February? Yeah, you're right. Actually, the 8 scale is all over the table here. As a matter of fact, I'm putting this up right now. I just was excited. I've been waiting for these parts. I've been waiting for all these parts, and I've been excited. I still got to get you a body, Devon. My plan was to make a huge tire order and send the body and some wings and all that at the same time, and they didn't have nothing. So I said, screw it. I'd ordered the trail truck. Oh no, I ordered 3D printer instead. So, and I've been having fun with that. So I've got enough tires to get me through SIC, and I can get a pair if I need it there, a pair or two. So yeah, let's get this nitro buggy here. Get back on that. I got all the diffs. I got all the diffs built. I've been doing a little here and there before work every day. I'm gonna try something else test something new in my e-buggy. I got Will Blevins gave me a Losi battery tray. The light is terrible here. Sorry. This camera sucks too. So I've been hacking on it a little bit. It has a mud guard built in it, cut off, and I've got to cut this part here that goes to the mud guards. I got to cut that off, and I'm going to attach it. It fits perfect in there. I'm going to attach that, and I'm not going to race e-buggy, but I'll probably practice with it. And if I like it good enough, I'm going to 3D print battery trays for them. So that's another thing I want to try here. Let me get distracted again. Real quick, I'll be back on my buggy. I wanted to see how well a 2S fits in this thing. Like a glove. So yeah, 2S. Probably what I'm gonna try next in my trail truck. I'm also gonna make make my own light kit. I'm gonna probably use like a nitro receiver pack. Okay, back to business. So I've got the diffs built and the inner hinge pins cleaned up and everything. So next up is let me turn this camera a little bit so you can see somewhat what I'm doing. So I went through and checking the light is terrible with this camera. Check my center front drive shaft. Get some of my wheat. No, that's not the right one. Some of my wheat racing grease from Jared Wright. Put just a tiny touch on each pin. Don't want too much because it'll swing off everywhere. I like to do that just so they're not. And I wipe most of it off. Just do that so they're not completely dry. They wear out pretty quick if they're dry. So I'll go ahead and I usually take the steering off separate. You can do that. I don't know why I took it off this way. I never take it off. Take the front end off with the steering attached. I did this time for some reason. So if I get this get this thing finished. And I can do there's plenty of time at the track. I can do some because I get there early, and the track sucks when it's early. It's always green, no grip. I may get the e-buggy out and run it some just to get a feel for the track. It's looking like I'm going to be there by myself the first part of the day because the pit chick has ordered new appliances that are arriving on Friday. She's been needing a new stove. We've had the same one forever, so she bought a really nice stove and matching microwave. They got to be the same color. So there's that. So I'll be probably running my e-buggy some early, and I'll get some work done to the nitro car in the meantime, get ready for when she gets there, can help me. And if I got to get some help from somebody pitting, we might do that, but that's the plan anyway. And this year, I decided the hotel is so expensive, I decided I'm just going to drive back and forth. It's a little over an hour. Not worth spending the ridiculous hotel prices to me. So that's going to, not ideal, but makes sense to me. All right, I got to find my skid plate. I need a new front skid plate. A bunch of old wore out ones. Dang it, why didn't I order those? There's nothing worse than ordering shit ton of parts, forgetting some stupid little plastic something that you knew you needed. Idiot. Maybe I'll find one at the track. No, the battery's about dead. I planned on having a new engine before SIC, but I needed so many other things and couldn't justify it as well as I'm getting to run it right now. Maybe I'll get one for summer. That's been like, I got mostly money for Christmas, so I've been buying all my Christmas gifts for myself. I don't get to do that but once a year, so most of my money, I make decent money, but it's got to go to pay bills, unfortunately. So I got show you some of the stuff I got. I showed the batteries. I got a box full of spares for two-wheel drive plus burnt part replacement for the two-wheel drive. Zara says four-wheel drive buggy. I guess you're talking about. Are you talking about this one? This is my 8-scale nitro buggy. So yeah, it's four-wheel drive. Since we close the track, I don't get to run it that often, so I'm gonna run just open nitro buggy at SIC. Where almost. So yeah, then got Ultimate M5S engine, which is a lot of engine for the nitro buggy. Stupid fast. It's a big track. It works pretty good. I want to get this close to done so I can go play with my 3D printer some more. Is it loud? Yeah, it's loud. You watch some of my other videos. I got a bunch of nitro videos on my page. Go check them out. I'm getting a bunch of messages. Oh, it's YouTube telling me I'm live. No shit. So I got to do this. I got to get this put back together. I'm going to probably get my shocks rebuilt. Through my clutch. I think I got a new clutch on the engine from the last race. Just go through it, make sure the bearings are good. I have to go through that probably one more time at the race. Then I go through these. I gotta go through the hubs, make sure all my bearings are good. Might as well leave those loose because I gotta do that. I'm gonna do that next. All right, let's see here. So I'm gonna check the outer. I'm so used to my old car stand, I forget I can just rotate it around. This new one. I don't need to yet. A lot of times when I'm doing these rebuilds, I end up having to replace these hub bearings. They seem to wear out faster than anything. So I'll do that, and then I'll check these hinge pins. The best way to check these hinge pins I've found is to chuck it up in the drill at the very end. Make sure it's good and straight, and then rotate it. Make sure it's not wobbling. There's sparks coming out of my drill. So then I'll take and just chuck it up on the threads, not super tight, of course, and take Scotch-Brite pad and polish it out. Uh-oh, tighter than that. Gotta give me a better drill. That one sucks. It's a cheapskate drill. Devon, do you remove the seals and clean out your bearings or just run them as they come? I run them as they come, and when they feel a little crunchy, I throw them away. I'd stock the J&T bearings, so I've always got plenty of them. The clutch bearings, I'll take them out and oil them. Like the hub bearings, nah. Throw them away and put new ones in. All the bearings. The only ones I oil and service is the clutch bearings. They'll last forever if you do that. That the J&T bearings do anyway. So these universals, this is the machine part that goes through the hub. It gets a little corroded because it's exposed steel, you know. So I take Scotch-Brite, clean those up, and probably every other build, or if I wash it with water, I'll oil the all the pins on the universal. I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I just use J&T bearing oil, just one little drop. In every spot, and then I wipe it off because it's gonna collect dirt for sure. So let's see, pop these bearings out. Yeah, I'll wipe them off real good so you can feel them. If any gritty to them. Yeah, I might, like that one feels a little. I'll drop some oil in it and see what it feels like. I usually don't oil them, but it'll seep through those seals pretty good. If it cleans up, I'll put it back in. If not, I'll replace it. That one's borderline. So what I'll do is I'll leave that one in there, and I'll check it again after some practice. So that way I'm kind of low on them right now. That way I'll have fresh ones in there for the race, the qualifiers, and the main. That inner one usually feels pretty good. The outer one's the one that's questionable. Yeah, that one's okay. Can't wait to let this thing eat. It's been a minute. What do you do to clean your tie rod ends with? It gets squeaky. It bothers me. Me too. Same. Just every now and then I put a drop of bearing oil on them, and I probably do that. That's probably one of the last things I do. Just drop it and just run them. I don't like taking them on and off or anything. And eventually you just got to change them. But yeah, the squeakiness. Of course, they don't squeak right now with no springs on it. Squeakiness drives me nuts too. I used to, when I build them, I would take and put grease on them, put them in there, and then take them out and re-grease them every now and then. But that became too much of a pain. The performance didn't really change much, so I started putting just oil in it. That seemed to work pretty good. I'll take the car, turn it up so where it fall down in one way, then turn it the other way, just like a drop on each one, then run them back forward, wipe it off real good. Yeah, I hate the squeak. It drives me nuts. I honestly have to. I will actually. I have to tell myself to ignore it. So I'll say don't and I'll say, man, I need to fix it, and I'll just ignore it sometimes. It seems to be most of the squeak coming from the sway bars, the outer end on it. Oh, I gotta check this. Almost forgot about the bearings. I see this one's almost stuck on there because it's corroded up this. If you can see, it gets kind of corroded on the machined part. So just Scotch-Brite it, clean all that mess off, especially if you wash it and don't dry it out good. Just get it all shiny and new. Go ahead and drop me some oil in here. I'm thinking about it. Xavier said, time to drive my no reverse max speed SCX24. Yeah, it's getting daylight now. I'm gonna have to get mine out and get some video. Get the pit chick to help me video it some today at some point. I haven't got to see it in the daylight yet. I've been, go to work, it's dark. Get home, it's dark. Super frustrating. Another thing I got to print is that independent front suspension hangs down really low and seems to be hanging up on everything. And I've got a file for mounts and skid plate that raise it up 13 millimeters. Should make it much better. That's probably the next thing I'll print. Well, that my gas tanks for the rear bumper. It's almost dead, your battery. That's another thing I do. I got to change to my good radio and get it dialed in, get that reverse calmed down. That RTR radio sucks. And I wanted to buy the kit. I really did. But two things, it was way more expensive. Like way more, because I got this one on sale. And it didn't have the front independent suspension. It didn't have nothing else. So I would have spent twice as much money just to be able to build the kit. Now, granted, it'd been better, but I'll change the radio and I'll probably get that Hobby Wing 2-in-1 ESC and motor, and it'll be pretty much the same at that point. And like I say, I'm not super into that stuff, so it's just something fun to play around with. I like the scale part of it more than anything. I'm probably just gonna look at it more than anything. I'm gonna change it to 2S. Don't need all that much power just to run around some trails. Squeak, squeak, squeak. One cool thing about this SIC race is the car doesn't get super dirty. Tires last. That's a really good thing because hard to come by tires right now. Just saw this video title. And it says monthly Mayhem Christmas special. My Willie is chilly. What the hell? What says that? I forgot I need to notch these arms a little bit. So let me take that out. Oh, shoot, I get. Xavier, what do you mean? The buggy on the cover. Looks cool, though. What are you talking about? What are you talking? It says monthly Mayhem Christmas special. I'm not sure what you mean. Devon says, you suggest switching to soft kit arms for SIC. Yes, 100%. Only run the hard ones in the summer. Xavier, it's not a video on my page, is it? I saw a video. I saw my recommendation. Oh, okay. Devon, you mean arm inserts? Same thing. Carbon rear inserts and glued plastic fronts in the front. Every year, almost without fail, I'll break an arm in practice, and then it's good after that. It's just because I don't know the track and I'm making a mistake or something. And half the time it's just the old man in me, I guess, because I'll trying to figure out the track. I'll jump off and hit one of those steel beams that's on the railing. Got to get yours ready in a few minutes. I hear you. Yeah, soft arms for sure. Only run those hard ones when it's hot because they will break. They get brittle. I switched mine back to soft the last couple of races. I think I better check that. Yeah, they're soft. Another thing, Devon, something I hadn't been doing that I've realized you need to do is right here, especially with 20-degree caster blocks, right here on the back of the arm, you see it wears a little bit, and it rubs a little. So I need to take the Dremel and clean that out. I hadn't been doing that, and I need to do it right now while I'm thinking about it. That bit ain't worth crap. Glad you'll be there because I have no spares other than bearings. Oh, well, I got you covered. You helped me out tremendously. I got you. I got you back. I got drawers full of spares over here. I've been running these cars for 5 years now. I got bearings too. Another spot. I don't know if you know Devon. Let's see if I can find the rear arm and show you. On the rear arms, if you run a lot of droop, the universal will hit right there, right like this is where the hub goes. Right there. You can see where I dremeled out that area. Take your Dremel and just knock a little off there. Don't take much. That's another important spot. That's more important than this one. Let's see if you can see. I can't see where I dremeled it. Right there. Just knock a little bit off. Just rubs a little bit when you turn all the way, and with it, especially with a droop down. I didn't order any 8 scale parts this year. Usually I do it Christmas time. I don't know if you know, the new parts are coming out the next week or so. All the new arms and inserts and hubs and the new stuff. Truck that's gonna have the truggy. Some of the truggy pieces like the hubs. All those parts are supposed to be available in the next week or so. Yeah, no problem. The front bearings look good. These, I think I changed these pretty recently. I got to get this done early today because I got some tractor work to do. You know what I mean. It's top secret. Gonna have some nice weather. I gotta jump on it as long as it's not super wet out there. Last time I tried to do it, the outside was still wet from the rain, but I don't know what it looks like right now. I hadn't been working, so hard to get anything done It's dark when you come home. It really sucks. Hope it, chick. I'll be waking up in a minute. All these screws in the suspension arm, put a drop of Loctite on it because you can't count on those locking nuts, but so long they will back out on you. You don't want that. So I always put a tiny drop of Loctite on it just to be sure. I have had them come off in the middle of a race. Hadn't in a long time because I've finally figured that out. So once the pit chick wakes up, I'll have to go on back inside and see what she's up to. She likes for me to be, when she gets up, she likes to see her hammer. Well, I didn't mean it like that. She likes to see me. She wishes I was in bed when she wakes up, but I can't stay in bed that long. Had a bunch of people going to SIC this year. A bunch of people been on YouTube and all social media has been asking, was I coming? They want to meet up and say, hey, I said, that'll be cool. One cool thing about this car and having it so dialed in is I can get to practicing. I don't have to worry about the setup. Just test tires and get used to the track. It's a lot easier. I don't really care that much about running e-buggy at the big race. After you're running nitro, you get out there and you're running e-buggy, it's so quiet. Just didn't enjoy it. I will practice with it some though, because it's easier to practice for sure. It's okay to do that to get a feel for the track, really. Xavier's got no nitro buggy. I was talking to Devon. He's got 8 scale. He's a local guy going with us to this race. He's got an HB. All right. Do I run the metal shims on front control arms? Heard people had not to free up suspension. Yeah, I run the back ones and not the front ones. In the past, I've taken and dremeled the arm, but I finally realized hair looks great, don't it? I finally realized that I can just leave that one shim out and it's good. It's a lot less work. Now, if you can leave both of them out if you need to. Just some arms, I've found out that some arms will be fine and some of them get bound up. Most of them are bound up just a little. It's a little tight. Devon was going to get a nitro this year, but without the warehouse, it's too much to try to learn. I know. I feel you. It's sucks. I've been missing it a lot lately. Let's go ahead and dribble this while I got it on my brain. So a lot of this kind of dremeling thing is, these are still arms from back from the D8, D812, whatever. So a lot of things have changed, and you get something that rubs here and there. They work great, so they can't justify changing the mold for the cost. The cost of changing the mold is ridiculous. So that's why they're like that. Now the new ones come out. Hopefully they won't have a problem. They'll be out really soon. Xavier's gonna make a video. Cool. I'm started one for my crawler or trail truck, we're gonna call it. But I've been so distracted and busy, I hadn't got it all stuff put together, and maybe a little while before I get. I'll get some more footage today, and hopefully I'll have something together within the weekend or something. Got to start getting some out on that. That's why I bought it. Was the main reason was to get some more views. I may even build the shocks at the track. It'll take but a few minutes. I might come back and do this tonight. Bearings feel good. Devon, I don't know if you've seen the new hubs. They're the Truggy. Some of it's Truggy parts. I can't remember exactly what, but they've got 20-degree blocks standard, and they have an option for 22.5. Supposed to be pretty awesome. I think the new car will come out April or something like that. We'll be able to go ahead and put the optional parts on it right away. What's up, Andrew? Devon says I take them apart at home, then replace the seals if needed. Always build them at the track other than practice. Just got this one. Just got what? See, normally what I'll do, and I may still do that, is I'll probably change the oil in them and then rebleed them every couple of runs. There's the pit chick. Won't be long now. Let's see what she says. Let me hit her with Messenger because it doesn't work good in here. Okay, so back. Xavier says it's going to take him a while to finish the next clip. I got it. Got to get some video today for sure. Andrew Odom, did you get the electric car rebuilt? Are you talking about the two-wheel drive? I did. I was just messing with it a minute ago. Got all new. Actually, we got it built that night and raced it after the fire, if that's what you mean. And then I had a few parts that were a little melted. I just replaced those this morning. Been waiting on those parts to come in. Andrew says, I'm constantly telling myself to plug in the negative first, as it is too short to reach the positive. Only safeguard I know. Well, let me grab this thing real quick. This time when I did it, I made the wires a little shorter. And I've got these one-up pieces on there. Hopefully that'll help. But one thing I got to be careful of, I can't remember. I think this battery has a terminal top and bottom, so you got to make sure you put it in the right place. So it was just a foolish mistake. It wasn't that wasn't foolproof or anything. I was having a problem with the wire, the clip I had on there was some cheap thing I had on it. It was flipping over. I don't go into a whole lot of that. It was a nightmare. Won't happen again, I don't think. And if it does, the Hobby Wing SC has reverse polarity protection, so it'll burn out the capacitor bank, the external part, but that's it. All right, so that's that. I can get my radio tray now. I'm gonna mess with this just a minute, and then I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna shut it down and go in with her. See how she is. She likes when I'm home, but she don't like me being out here when she gets up. This is all good. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I've never had trouble putting that in before. Devon says, have a good day. See you Friday. See ya. Well, I can't wait to see everybody again. I'm having withdrawals. All right, so Fit Chick's up now. I'm gonna go in and see her. Before I do that, I'm gonna put the body back on my truck and take it inside. I might go ahead and charge a 2S battery. Try that in a little while. Actually, I gotta finish trimming this bumper, this body here. I may just leave it in here for that. I don't know if everybody's seen this or not, but this is my new trail truck I'm working on. Got the optional front bumper on it, and I printed this rear bumper with the gas can holders. I'm actually, when I go in a minute, I'm gonna start some gas cans charging. I hand cut all the stickers myself. Hand cut the stripes and cut the Toyota on the plotter. So I'm excited. I got a lot of plans. I'm gonna deck it out. I'm gonna put a roof rack with all the luggage and jack and all that. I'm gonna have my gas cans on the back, and we'll make the interior, and I'm gonna get this film off the window so you can see inside. Have me a little driver in there. I may have me a passenger. Have the Pit Chick in there as a passenger. I'm gonna have fun with it. So, have you taken it to Moss Rock? I haven't taken it anywhere. I got it like this week, and it's dark when I wake up, dark when I go to bed, when I get home from work. So I took it out and couldn't hardly see it in the dark. I hadn't even hardly ran it outside, so hadn't hardly ran it. So I'm going to today. I've I've got 3 acres. Most of it's woods. I got a creek and all kind of rocks and stuff out there. I'm gonna make me a little trail out there and go try it out there today. See what I come up with. So I will probably eventually go to that, but right now I got too many irons in the fire. So planning on it. One thing about this bumper is to mount the bumper, I had to take the muffler off. It's got a MagnaFlow muffler on it. I got to figure out how I'm going to do that. There's a optional muffler. I'm going to do the inner fenders, the more clearance, and there's these fender flares. There's some that give you more clearance too. I'm going to print those. These won't hardly stay on. I got to come up with a better solution to keep them on, the other ones on once I get them made. So, all right, I'm going to shut this down and go inside and see the pit chick and print me some gas cans. So we'll see y'all later. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. We'll see you.